Hello children, welcome to AIMS India's online classes. Do you remember our chapter? Yes, it was factors and multiples. But before starting today's topic, let us first recall what did we learn about prime and composite numbers. Yes children, what are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those which have 1 and the number itself as their factors. How many factors does prime number have? A prime number has two factors, that is 1 and the number itself. Now again, what is a factor? See, if we take a number 6, what does its factor mean? A factor means the number which divides it exactly. If we take the number 2, yes, when we divide 6 by 2, we have 2 3s are 6 and the remainder is 0. Yes or no children? The remainder is 0. So when we get the remainder as 0, we can say that the divisor divides our number exactly. Now how to find out the factor? What I say is, now suppose we are finding out the factor of 6. Okay. Now start checking in each table. First we have one table. So in table we have 1 6 are 6. Then going for 2 table we have 2 3s are 6. And then in 3 table we have 3 2s are 6. It does not come in 4 and 5 table, and then we have 6 1s are 6. This is the end of the list of factors. Yes children, all these are the factors of the number 6. See, the numbers that we are multiplying here, these become our factors. Okay. Now what are the factors? If we write the list children, again when we are writing the list of factors, it's always good that we write the factors in ascending order. 1, 2, 3 and 6. And what did we do? If you observe here, we removed the repeating factors. See, we are having 1 twice. Yes, so instead of that we wrote only once. Okay, so when you are writing factors, make sure that you write in ascending order. And what is ascending order? Ascending order means writing from small to big. Yes or no? Yes, so write the factors in ascending order and do not write the repeating factors. Okay children, in the multiplication statement, 1 6 are 6. 1 and 6 become the factors and 6 becomes our multiple. The product becomes our multiple. Yes, so what do we know about prime numbers now? Those numbers have only two factors, that are 1 and itself. And what about composite numbers? The numbers other than prime numbers become our composite numbers. That means the numbers which have more than two factors. Prime numbers have only two factors, and the numbers which have more than two factors are known as what? Our composite numbers. Okay, and what should we note? That 1 is neither a prime nor a composite number. Okay, 1 is not written in the prime numbers or in the composite numbers. It does not fall into either of the categories. Now coming to the method of finding prime numbers. Yes children, what should we do now? We should find the prime numbers. A Greek mathematician by the name Eratosthenes gave a method in order to find out the list of prime numbers from 1 to 100 without actually checking the factors. Follow the steps given below in order to understand the method. What are they saying? Can you see this man here children? He is a Greek mathematician named Eratosthenes. What did he give? He gave us a method of finding numbers without finding out the factors. What are prime numbers? Prime numbers are those which have two factors. Yes, we can tell a number is prime or not based on the number of factors. But this mathematician, he gave us a simple method to find out the prime numbers without even calculating the factors. Now let us see what it is. Write the numbers 1 to 100 on a chart. Cross out 1 as it is neither prime nor composite number. So what did we do here? See, we wrote the numbers from 1 till 100, and what should we do? We should cross out the number 1. Cross 1. Why are we crossing it out 1? Because 1 is neither prime nor composite. Next, encircle 2 as it is a prime number. Now what do we have after 1? We have 2. Let us circle it. Why are we circling it? Because here we are finding out prime numbers. And is 2 a prime number? Yes. See, 2 has only 2 factors, 1 and itself. By itself, what do we mean, children? The same number. When 2 has only 1 and 2 as its factors, it becomes our prime number. Yes or no? These are the only two numbers which divide 2 exactly. So 2 is a prime number as it has only 2 factors. So we encircled our 2 as it is a prime number. Next, cross out all the multiples of 2 as they have more than 2 factors. Now what should we do? Cross out the multiples of 2. Now if you remember about multiples, what did I say? For the number 2, the multiples become 2 ones are 2, 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6. Yes, so 2 fours are 8 and so on. When we multiply our 2 with another number, we get our multiple. 2, 4, 6, 8 are our multiples here. Now what should we do? We should cross out all those multiples. We have 2 twos are 4, 2 threes are 6, 2 fours are 8, 2 fives are 10. As that every alternate number is a multiple of 2. Every even number is a multiple of 2. Yes or no, children? Yes. And why are we crossing out these multiples? Because these have more than 2 factors. Okay, if you take the number 4 for example, it has 1, 4. Yes, 1 is a factor of every number and even every number is a factor of itself. So each number will have 1 and 4 as its factors. And again, as it is a multiple of 2, 2 is also its factor. Yes, as all these are multiples of 2, apart from 1 and itself, they have 2 also as their factor. So those will not be our prime numbers. That is why we are crossing out all the multiples of 2. In short, what should we do, children? We should cross out every alternate number, every even number. Why? Because all the even numbers are divisible by 2 here. Yes? See, if you are observing how the crossing is going on, there are all the alternate numbers we have crossed out. Yes, the numbers ending with 2, 4, 6, 8 and 0. Why? Because all these are our multiples of 2 and they have more than one factor. That was step 2. Yes, these all are our multiples of 2. Now, coming to step 3. Now consider the next uncrossed number after 2, that is 3. Encircle 3 and cross out all the other multiples of 3. What are they saying? We are done with 1 and 2 here. Now coming to 3. The uncrossed number is 3. Now is 3 a prime number? Yes, 3 is a prime number. Why? Because we have only 3 ones are 3 and 1 threes are 3. So only in the tables 3 and 1 we get 3. What are the factors of 3 now? 1 and 3 are the factors of 3. 1 and itself. So that makes 3 a prime number. What are we doing with prime numbers here? Circling. So 3 becomes a prime number. Again, all the multiples of 3 are to be crossed. Yes, put an into to it. Why? Because again they have more than 2 multiples. So the numbers will be having 1 and themselves as their factor and also 3 will be their factor. Now what are the multiples of 3? 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9, 3 fours are 12, 3 fives are 15, 3 six are 18, 3 sevens are 21, 3 eights are 24. Yes, children, like this we need to cross out all the all the multiples of 3. Yes, in short, the multiples of 3 are every third number here is a multiple of 3. What is that, children? Every third number here is a multiple of 3. So we need to carefully see and cross the multiples of 3. And what did we learn about divisibility rule, children? When we add two numbers, then if their sum, if when we add the digits of a number, if the sum is a multiple of 3, then it is a multiple of, then the number is also a multiple of 3. Now if we take 54 here, 5 plus 4 is equal to 9. So 54 becomes our multiple of 3, crossing out. Then the next number is 57. 5 plus 7, 12. Then we have 60. Then we have 63, 66, 69. Yes, 72, 75, 78, 81, 84. See, after 84 we have 87. Now what are we crossing out here? Multiples of 3. Yes, children. So every third number after 84, 1, 2, 3. Third number 87 crossed out. Then 1, 2, 3. Third number 90 crossed out. Okay. So like this, every third number will be crossed out. So what did we do? We are done with our step 3 as well. We have encircled 3 and crossed out all the other multiples of 3. Now step 4, the next uncrossed number is 5. Encircle 5 and cross out all the other multiples of 5. So what are they saying? Now the next uncircled number is 5. So we need to circle 5. Why? Because 5 is our prime number. Yes or no? The only factors of 5 are 1 and 5. So 5 is our prime number, and then we have to cross out all the multiples of 5. Now what are the multiples of 5, children? 5, 10, 15, 20 and so on, right? So these numbers have either 5 or 0 at the ones place. We learnt it in the divisibility rule as well. So what we need to do here is, we are having 5, right? So below 5, whatever numbers we are having, that in 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, 65, yes, all these numbers are to be crossed out. And then below 10, whatever numbers we are having, they also need to be crossed out. Okay, so with that we will be crossing out all the multiples of 5. Very easy, right? The multiples of 5. The multiples of 5 have 5 or 0 at the ones place. So both the numbers in the rows, the numbers in the columns 5 and 10 are crossed out. Now moving on to the next step. Continue this process till all the numbers are either crossed out or encircled. What are they saying? We have to continue the same process. Now we are done with 5. The next uncircled number is 7. We'll circle it because it is a prime number. Yes, it has only two factors, 1 and 7. Now what we need to do, children? Cross out the multiples of 7. Okay, circle the, what should we do? First step would be to circle the prime number, and then what should we do? Cross out the multiples of that prime number. Now our prime number is 7, so we have circled it, and then we are crossing all the multiples of 7. What are the multiples of 7? 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 49 and so on. Let us cross them. 14 is crossed out, 21, 28 is also done, 7 5s are 35 done, 7 6s are 42 done, 7 7s are 49, crossing it out. Then 8s are 56, 9s are 63, 10s are 70, 7 11s are 77, crossing that out. 7 12s are 84, 7 13s are 91, crossing it. 7 14s are 98. So that is also crossed. Now we are done with number 7. Now coming to our next encircled number, which is 11. Now again 11 is also a prime number because it has only two factors, 1 and itself. Yes, children? Yes. So next step would be to cross out all the multiples of 11. Now what are the multiples of 11? 22, 33, 44, 55, 66, 77, 88 and yes, the next uncircled number is 13. Yes, children? So 13 is a prime number because it has only two factors, 1 and 13. Now what will be our next step? To cross out all the multiples of 13. But if you understand the concept here, you need not do any more. Okay. Now whatever the numbers are remaining, just circle them. 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83 and 97. Now these are all our prime numbers. Now you might get the doubt, why are we not crossing out the multiples of 13? See, what are the multiples of 13, children? That means 13 ones are, 13 twos are, 13 threes are, and so on, right? We crossed out all the multiples of 2. So this gets crossed. We are done with the multiples of 3. So this also gets crossed. Yes, done with the multiples of 4. So this gets crossed. So with this logic, what do we understand is that to find out the prime numbers, we need to cross out the multiples till 7 only. Okay, you have to do the crossing thing for 2, 3, 5 and 7. After you cross out the multiples of 2, 3, 5 and 7, you will be the remaining numbers. If you circle them, they will be our prime numbers. Understanding, children? See, 13 twos are 26. Yes, 2 13s are 26. As 26 was already a multiple of 2, we have crossed 26 out. So again, now when we look at the multiple of 13, it will be already crossed, okay, because of the multiplication. Sorry, because we have already crossed out the multiples of numbers from 1 till 10. All the numbers are crossed out. Yes, so all the numbers are crossed out. So that is why we need not do any more crossing. The remaining encircled numbers are our what? Are our prime numbers. Now from this table, what are the prime numbers, children? See, 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 23, sorry, 19 and 29 also. Yes, 17, after 17 we have 19, 23, 29, 31, 37, 41, 43, 47, 53, 59, 61, 67, 71, 73, 79, 83 and 97. Okay, children, these are our prime numbers. From the numbers 1 till 100, from the numbers 1 till 100, these are the only prime numbers. Now again, if we, what do you say, if we recall, how did we find out the prime numbers? Okay, encircle the number 2, cross out all the multiples of 2. That means these with ending with 6, 8 and 0. Then encircle 3 and cross out all the multiples of 3. That means every third number, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Yes, children. Then circles 5 and then cross out all the multiples. That means ending with 5 and ending with 0. Next, encircle 7 and cross out all the multiples of 7. And the remaining numbers will be our prime numbers. Understood, children, the concept of prime numbers here? Yes. The 11 also. Yes, next we'll do 11. 11 nines are 99 will be left over, I think. Yes, so not 99. Okay, just in case, check. All the multiples of 11 are also to be crossed out, and the remaining numbers will be our prime numbers. This was what? This was the method of finding prime numbers given by whom? Given by a Greek mathematician, Eratosthenes. Okay. Now you might be asked in the exam to write the prime numbers from 1 till 100. Or you might be given a number, say 79, and you will be asked whether it is a prime number or not. Okay, children. Now you can either draw this table and find out whether it is a prime number or not, or you can try to take out the factors for it. Yes, 79 comes in only 2 tables. 1 in 79. 179s are 79 and 79 ones are 79. So only 79 has only two factors, that is 1 and 79. Now what does that make 79? It will be a prime number. Understood, children? And what are composite numbers? All the numbers other than the prime numbers become our composite numbers. And how many factors do composite numbers have? More than 2. Yes, prime numbers have only two factors and composite numbers have more than two factors. And what is 1? 1 is neither prime nor composite. So these are the important points to remember from the topic prime numbers and composite numbers. Now moving on to our next topic, which is twin primes. What is the topic, children? Twin primes. Now what does twin means? Do you know who are called as twins? Twins are those the people who are born on the same day and they look alike. Yes, you might know few people who are born on the same date. Siblings, say brother or sister, or two brothers or two sisters who are born on the same day and then they look very much similar to each other. They are called as twins. Now what are twin primes? If the difference between two prime numbers is 2. So what? If we are taking two numbers, say 2 and what example is given here? 5 and 7. Okay, we have taken two numbers. Now they should between what? Between two prime numbers. Yes, 5 and 7 both are our prime numbers. And what? Their difference should be equal to 2. 7 minus 5 is equal to 2. Yes, and these two are twins. These two are prime numbers. Yes, 7 and 5 are primes, and as the difference between them is 2, they are called as twin primes. Yes, children, what did I say? Twins are two people. Okay, remember it like this. Twins means two people. So twin primes are those prime numbers whose difference is 2. For example, 5 and 7. Okay, another example would be 11 and 13. Yes, so what are twin primes again? Twin primes are those prime numbers whose difference is 2. Yes, with the difference between two prime numbers is 2, then they are said to be twin primes. Twin means two people, so the difference is equal to 2. Okay, children? Now coming to our next topic, which is co-primes. Consider any two numbers and write their factors. Also find out their common factors. If their common factor is only 1, then such numbers are said to be co-prime numbers. What are they saying? We can consider any two numbers. Okay, let us say 2 and 3. Why not? Okay. 2 and 3. Okay, 2 and 3 are already prime numbers. So what shall we take? 2 and 9. Okay. Okay, 2 and 9. Now these two numbers, what should we do? We should write their factors. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Let me write it neatly. Yes. And the factors of 9 are 1, 3 and 9. Now next is find out their common factors. Common factor is the factor that is same for both the numbers. Now both 2 and 9 are having 1 as their factor. Yes or no? Yes. So 1 is there. 1 becomes what? 1 becomes their common factor. 1 is the common factor for what, children? 2 and 9. Yes. So if their common factor is only 1, then such numbers are said to be co-prime numbers. So as the common factor of both 2 and 9 is 1, what can we call them as 2 and 9? As co-prime numbers. What can we call them as again, children? Co-prime numbers. Now do not get confused between twin primes and co-primes. See, twin primes are the numbers who are both the numbers are prime numbers here. and the difference is 2. But co-prime numbers, both the numbers need not be prime numbers. Okay, both the numbers need not be prime numbers, but their common factor should be what? Their common factor should only be 1. For example, here we are having another example. See, 6 and 35. Both of these are not prime numbers. Yes. Now the factors of 6 are 1, 2, 3, 6. The factors of 35 are 1, 5, 7 and 35. Now what is the common factors which is the same in both? 1. 1 is their common factor. As the common factor of the given two numbers is 1, then such numbers are called as co-prime numbers. Clear, children? Now note, co-prime numbers need not be prime numbers. Yes, what did we learn just now? See here, these two are 6 and 35 are not prime numbers, but they are what? They are co-primes. We learnt earlier that 366 is divisible by both 3 and 2, so it is divisible by 6. 3 and 2 are factors of 6 and they are co-prime. 3 and 2 are called as co-prime factors of 6. Yes, what are they saying? For 6 is divisible. What did we learn about the divisibility rule by 6? If a number is divisible by both 3 and 2, then it is divisible by 6. Yes, and what are the factors of 6? 3 and 2 are the factors of 6. Yes, 1 is also a factor. But apart from 1, what are we talking here? 3 and 2 are the factors of 6. And these two are co-primes. Yes, the factors of 3 are 1 and 3. The factors of 2 are 1 and 2. Now the common factor is only 1. So what does this make them? 2 and 3 become co-prime numbers. And as these are the factors of 6, they are also called as co-prime factors of 6. They are co-prime numbers and they are the factors. So combinedly they are called as what, children? Co-prime factors. Okay, children. Now moving on. When a number is divisible by 2 or more co-prime numbers, it is also divisible by their products. What are they saying? When we have two co-prime numbers, say 2 and 3. Okay. Say what? 2 and 3. These two are co-prime numbers. Why? Why? Because the only common factor between these two is 1. Yes. So 2 and 3 are our co-prime numbers. Now if we say here 12 is divisible by both 2 and 3. Now these two are our co-prime numbers, right? So the 12 is also divisible by their products. That means 2 3s are 6. So 12 is also divisible by 6. If we take 3 and 5. Okay, now these two are also co-prime numbers, or 3 and 4. These two are also our co-prime numbers. Why? Because their common factor is only 1. So when we say a number, suppose 12 is divisible by both, again 12 is divisible by both 3 and 4. It is also divisible by their product, that is 3 into 4. 3 into 4, 12. So 12 is divisible by both 3 and 4, which are our co-prime numbers, and also their product, that is nothing but 12. Understood, children? When a number is divisible by 2 or more co-prime numbers, it is also divisible by their products. Here, for example, 12 is divisible by 2 and 3. The product of 2 and 3 is equal to 2 into 3 is equal to 6. Therefore, 12 is also divisible by 6. Now coming to the last topic for us, which is exercise. Fill in the following table with yes if divisible by the number given, or no if not divisible. And the first number is 1024. Now is it divisible by 2? Yes. Why? Because it has 4 in the ones place. Now is it divisible by 5? No, because it does not have 5 or 0 in the ones place. Again, it is not divisible by 10 as well, because it does not have 0 in the ones place. Yes, children? Now coming to question 2. 135. It is not divisible by 2 because here we are not having 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in the ones place. Again, it is divisible by 5. Yes, because it has 5 in the ones place. And it is not divisible by 10 because it does not have 0 here. Now coming to 4620. Yes, it is divisible by 2. Again divisible by 5 and also divisible by 10. Coming to 1008. Yes, I'm sorry, I was writing no here. Yes, it is divisible by 2. No, it is not divisible by 5. And no, it is not divisible by 10. Coming to 443. No, it is not divisible by either 5, 2 or 10. It is not divisible by all the numbers. Yes. What is the rule for divisibility by 2? It should have 0, 2, 4, 6 or 8 in the ones place. For to be divisible by 5, it should have 5 or 0 in the ones place. To be divisible by 10, it should have 0 in the ones place. Now coming to divisibility by 3, 6 and 9. For to be divisible by 3, the sum of digits should be the multiple of 3. Yes, children. So let us see. We should find out the sum of the digits. 2 plus 6, 8. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 5 is 16. 16 plus 2, 18. Wait a minute. Am I right? Yes, it is 18. Now 18 is a multiple of 3. 3 6 are 18. So the number 26,352 is divisible by 3. Next 36,000. 3 plus 6 9. 9 plus 0s 9. Now 9 is a multiple of 3. 3 3s are 9. So again 36,000 is also divisible by 3. 11,011. 1 plus 1 2. 2 plus 0 2. 2 plus 1 3. 3 plus 1 4. No, it is not a multiple of 3. 3 plus 9 12. 12 plus 9 21. 21 plus 6 27. Yes, it is divisible by 3. The last one, 2 plus 3. 2 plus 3 5. 5 plus 4 9. 9 plus 8 17. 17 plus 4 21. Yes, it is a multiple of 3 and so the number becomes divisible by 3. Now coming to divisibility by 9, children, the sum of the digits should be a multiple of 9. Now if you look at here, we have 9 2s are 18. So yes, 26,352 is divisible. Here the sum is 9. It is a multiple. 9 ones are 9. So again yes, it is divisible. Now 4 is not a multiple, so no. 27, yes, it is a multiple. 9 3s are 27. 21 is not a multiple, so no, it is not divisible by 9. Understood, children? Divisibility by 3 and 9. Now coming to 6, what is that? It should be divisible by both 2 and 3. Yes. Now here, first one, it is already divisible by 3. Is it divisible by 2? Yes, it has 2 in the ones place. So it is divisible by both 2 and 3. So it is divisible by 6. Next, here it has 0 in the ones place. So it is divisible by 2 and also divisible by 3. So yes, it is divisible by 6. Here it is not divisible by 3 and also it is not divisible by 2. So no, it is not divisible by 6. Now here we are having 6 in the ones place, children. Yes, it is divisible by 2 and also divisible by 3. So it is divisible by 6. Coming to the last number, it is having 4 in the ones place. So it is divisible by 2 and also here it is divisible by 3. So it becomes divisible by 6 as well. Clear with the divisibility rules, factors, multiples, twin primes and co-primes.